Hey. Oh, this is so fun. I just recorded a video and no audio was on the video, so I'm expecting this one to work. Now I'm using another browser, so I'm expecting it to work now. I'm guessing these 3 points are like the audio, making sure that the audio is heard. So yay for learning. Oh wow. So excited. So yay. Now, I'm doing this live stream to explain how to explain the app and the software for those who want to join the contest. The contest is pretty simple. It's $1,000 giveaway for anyone who recommends the software and the app to helps us who helps us crowdfund the app. So the initial rounds of crowdfunding will be done this week. We're getting these. We're trying to get these pieces of information shared on Facebook groups, so as many of you as you want can participate and join to win the $1,000 giveaway. We'll start out with the app. I'm gonna start explaining to you how it works. Then I'm gonna proceed with the software, so you know how the software will work. And then I will explain the terms to the contest. How can you win the $1,000 for the Digital Nomad contest so you can continue your travels? This is directed to travelers, backpackers, digital nomads, and properties, hostels, and vendors. If you work with experiences like snowboarding, surfing, all of that, and you're close to a hostel, then you're considered a vendor to properties as well. Now, let's go ahead and give it a go. Just so you know, Live Meetings creates frameworks for everyone to continue their growth and accelerate the growth and live the kind of life that you want to live. So let's go ahead and give it a go. Now I am recording audio. Yay for that. Really excited. Audio is very important for video, right? So let me explain. Let me explain the app right now. Let me see if I have it on my screen. So let's give it a go. Yay! Now I'm sharing my screen. Okay, so let's start out with this. I almost have my LinkedIn open. So let's start out with this. This is the app. Let me check real quick if we're recording for audio. Audio is good, so we're good. Yay. So quick note, if you want to record a live stream, you know, select your browsers. This is the browser that you want to take a look at. Now, so this is how the app works. Basically, you know that we're all on our phones every single day, and whenever you want to like schedule a trip, let's say to another country, most likely you would go on a plane. So you would need a ticket for that. So let's say that you're on a plane and you have no idea where you're going. You're just getting there and trying to figure out what to do next. So either that or you already have everything scheduled. It's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. So let's say that you have everything scheduled, which is like the safer route. And you're on the plane, right? Then once you get to the airport, you have to go through customs and you have to go through your bag checking and all of that. Now, let's say that the app, once you get to the airport, it detects how much time is necessary for you to get to the entrance and selects a method of transportation that will actually be there once you get out the door. That way you don't have to wait. So let's say that you're just getting out of the airplane, and meanwhile that is happening, the app is actually getting someone for you that will take you to either a hostel that you chose, or we'll wait until you select one to get you a driver. But let's say that you already selected one, and it's detecting a driver and pulling a driver into your location. It's actually the car pulling the car out into your location. So it's calling it out, and it's the driver is waiting for you, right? So you're getting out of the airplane into the through customs and all of that, and out. And once you're out, the car is just there. So that way it doesn't have to wait so much time, and you already have a driver. You don't have to wait either, and it's all good. So the driver is there. You get on the car, and obviously it's since you already selected a hostel, you're just like, yeah, take me to the location, right? If not, then meanwhile you would be doing all of that, selecting your locations. But let's say that you're already on the car, you're already on the driver, so you got all your luggage in, you got everything all settled, and all of that. So let's say you want to play some music. Do you want to play some music? Let's play some music. I usually like electronic music, which is, that sort of music, party music. It's fun. Just not party music, just like electronic music. So that's what I like. So let's play some music to get, everything going, the start of your trip. And you're going to have a great time. Now, probably hungry because usually the, flights are, quite some time. So you're usually hungry. So once you play some music, either a third party app or the app will actually play some music for you. Um, you would select the type of food that you like. Personally, I love Asian food. That's why this picture is up here. And you would select, like, depending on what are the best places to go to eat in your area, and depending on what sorts of foods you like, it would help you select the place to go to eat afterwards. And then when you're like, oh, what place I'm super hungry, I don't know where to go, then you already know which place to go depending on your likes. And since the places are recommended by the property and by your taste, then you're not gonna regret going there. It's gonna be really good choice for you. So you're on the car, you're playing some music, and the app is like, okay, so what type asking you what type of experiences you like. This is what we have in the area. Depending on what we have in the area and your likes, it would select like, oh well, I like rafting, I like stand up paddle, and I like snowboarding. So depending on your budget and your type of like preferences and interests, it would help you select, you know what, let's go snowboarding because I've never have snowboarded, but I really would like to. So let's go snowboarding. Depending on your budget, if your budget covers for it, then let's go and let's do some snowboarding, right? And depending on the place where you're at. Let's say you're in a more tropical place, like where I am at, I would go stand up paddling. Like right now, I could go stand up paddling, right? It'd be fun, it'd be relaxing, and you would enjoy yourselves, right? So the app would help you select an experience based on the things that you like and the things that are available in your area and the things that have been suggested by the property or by the other travelers. Which, in case if there's anything that's not listed, you can also add your own suggestions. If you discovered a new place and you're like, hey, I want other people to know. I want other travelers, not people, I want other travelers to know about it. Then you can share with them and take a couple of pictures and say, hey, I discovered this place. This place is really, 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 really nice. So I'm going to recommend that for you. Once you have selected like all the experiences that you want to have, um, and you can make sure that either you have the hostel already that you're staying at, or you have the property that you're staying at already, or you're selecting one. So depending on your location, it would do a search and locate like the best places for you, depending on the reviews, depending on like how good experiences have been on in the past. And I just noticed like there's a lamp and there's a lamp right here. That is awesome. Like I just noticed that. Probably that's why I chose that picture. Well, then you would select like what hostel do you like, what type of experience do you like, and you would sign up either with your networks or either with your email provider, and that way, and your your number, because if somebody wants to message you later on, like down, you're planning to return to the same place, and they want to get in touch with you if you allow it. If you don't want to allow it, it's good. But or if there's an emergency and they need to contact you, which is also important, they can, right? So you're gonna sign up with all the information, and you would select the place and either reserve it, pay for it, or just sign up. So that way, once you get there, it's all like seamless, right? So after you get there, you would leave a review like, "Hey, this was really a really nice place. The staff was really helpful. They got me somewhere to chill before I got my check-in. They were like recommending other places to go depending on what I want to do." Like that's the sort of place you want to be in, right? And that's the sort of places that we want to recommend, sort of properties that we want to recommend. And like more features will be available, but these are like the main ones. So this is the app, right? I just want to check for audio real quick, make sure we're getting audio. We are getting audio. Okay, good. That's why you have to check your browsers, for heaven's sakes, and get some audio, because audio is important for video, right? Audio is important for video. Yeah, it is. So this is the software part. This is like the main center for everything, where everything happens, where all the magic happens, because it's really important to have everything organized. Make sure you cover for everything. So this is the software um, for 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 properties, right? So this is directed to properties. Whenever you have guests, it's always good to get their email. Once, because you want to know like what was their experience like. You want to take care of them. You want for them to have a really good experience. They go to a vendor like, hey, how's that vendor? Did you really have fun in that event? Oh yeah, it was awesome. Well, let's continue recommending that vendor to other guests who haven't arrived, and say, hey, you arrived here. Well, you might like this vendor. So things like that, things that add value to you, that add value to guests, and that add value to vendors, and probably as a whole, it might get travelers that aren't even traveling to start traveling, and students at colleges that wanna start probably freelancing right away, which is possible. High schoolers that want to take a couple of months to like learn a new way to sustain themselves without having to go through all of that. So it's a way that adds value to everyone, and it's a good way to get feedback as well. Like, how am I doing day to day with service? How am I doing day to day with staff? How's the place? What new places can I add to recommend? You know, that's also important. Now networks is very important, but it's even more important to keep them top notch. So having original pieces of content, having new perspectives, having live always, having stories always, having live streams every now and then to keep things interesting is very, very important to keep everyone recommending your property. So for that, we've also have a framework required that will actually keep your content going. And it's always, it's always something that we know we have to do. But if you have frameworks in place, then it's automatic. It is automatic. So now having a site, a main site, is also important, because if you have everything that we went through, the emails and the networks, then you would have an influx of travelers, of nomads, of backpackers, whichever way you want to refer to your guests. So you would have an influx. Okay, hey, I like your content. It's pretty interesting. You told me about the event. I want to go. Told me about the place that had the really nice food, and I really want to go. I really want to go. Where is it? Okay, click on this link, right? But what is the link? Let's go to your main site. That way you wouldn't have to depend on third-party agencies, right? Because third-party agencies are good because they already have an influx of clients. But what if this could be your main source of reservations? What if you don't have to pay a fee to anyone else to get new clients? What if you could do it yourself? What if like the main source of your main engine to get new guests would be your own site, right? What a concept. I don't need to pay to anyone else for listing anything on your, like, for your reservations, any fees for your reservations. Like, you would do everything on your own just with the software. Having those options is good, but you can't always depend on other third-party agencies, because then you would be putting all the chips on everyone else's you know say. And then what if something happens? You need to have your own you would need to have your own site if you want to, like, really receive all the reservations on that. And of course it needs to be SEO optimized. Of course it has to have like the best design ever to make sure you don't get drop-offs. But all of that will be included as well many other features, but those are the main things to implement, right? And now many other features, many other frameworks to keep you growing, because the most important thing is you want to look forward. You don't want to, like, right now just establish yourself with what already is, because like you would want to look 10 years ahead. Like, you would want to look to the future, and like, what would that be? What agencies will be there? What agencies will not? And if you have your own, then you can sustain your own traffic, maintain like your travelers, and maintain your roster of clients, and just simply keep accelerating your growth without having to depend on anyone else. So that's why it's important to have your own site. Now, not ahead, just like in the future. Now, before, let's say, I really like the 90s. So in the 90s we had Messenger, but mostly everything in companies was managed by on the phone, right? So if you wanted to, like, if you had staff and wanted to know, like, hey, what's the other department doing, you would actually go on these phones. But now we're in 2018. Now you can just get on the app, get on the software, and have a conference with stats and with actual information that will tell you, like, hey, a meeting is needed, either because we have it scheduled every month or every week, or something's up. We're growing more than usual. What's going on that we're getting more traffic? What's going on that we're getting more bookings on our site? What's going on that we're getting more followers than ever? Maybe you haven't even placed like $5 on your networks for paid ads, and now you're doing it, and now the influx is much more than usual. So let's give it a let's call our staff and let's say, hey, we're actually doing something that's helping each other, and that's good. So let's have a live meeting for that, right? So how can we grow on other areas? Maybe the emails, maybe we need other ideas for emails, maybe an event is coming up, maybe a festival that you like, that everyone likes, and everyone is here because of that. It's happening next Friday, quite possibly. Let's go ahead and send out an email to everyone. Hey, there's I want to give out a ticket, or there's this festival soon to happen. I want to give out a ticket. And if you want to get a ticket, then here's the link. I have the link on my site, and it would go through the vendor, or through the third party, or through your site, like things like that. And everything will be organized here based on the frameworks and what you need to know. How much is your occupancy? What do you need to do to get it to a higher KPI? What do you need to do to get your engagement improved? What do you need to do to get the place where you're at highlighted, like the best places of where you're located highlighted? See, all of those, like, what are the reviews? What can we do to get better reviews? And what can we do to get a better feedback? And then it will allow you to set tasks and everything. And once they complete the task, everyone will get like either a special bonus, or some kind of incentive that will be from other vendors, and we can all actually benefit from that, right? So that's same with travelers. If for instance, I would go right now to, there is an event going on right now, which I know that will be really, really good. But since I'm here, I could go, for instance, let's say I went for stand-up paddle, right? And I took a picture of the view. I took a picture of the view, right? Then I would want to keep that for myself. But if I would like to share it, I can share it with you guys, right? And you can post it on your networks, and I could possibly, or your travelers could possibly get some sort of bonus because of that, right? Maybe if I did a package of content, I could get like a free a free drink somewhere else, or right? Or you could get some sort of bonus from a vendor. But that's just like the main idea. If travelers get already, they film videos of themselves, if they go live streaming, all of that is could go on your content, and that way you don't need a team. You don't need a team taking care of that. The software would basically take care of that for you and act like a marketplace, right? So automatically, they if you're low on content, that would send a message to all your travelers and say, hey, to the segmented group that's already here, just the group that's already here, and say, hey, you know what? If you're having fun, just take pictures of what you're doing and take videos. And or do you want to be in our live stream? If you're on our live stream, it will automatically get sent to our scheduler, and that way you would have more content. Like things like that would be the things that you would talk about in the live meetings. And then everyone would get their bonus probably with the code. And that way it's constant growth and it's fun as well. It's not like it's it's fun. It's something interesting that you can learn. And mostly, if they're digital nomads, they're probably learning about, how to take videos, how to edit, how to design, how to write a better for how to write online for online content. And these things help you so much, so much. And that way you can get better every day. You can get inspired with everything. And if everyone looks for your local place on Google, you can also have that on search. And if the site is optimized, well, so much better. So that way, this is like this is in a sense, it would be referral marketing, but it would be referral marketing within your network. Like, what's the best restaurants? What's the best places to go? What are the best hostels like next? Where you want to go next? Want to go to a certain country? Well, what hostels do we recommend that will definitely give you a really good experience? Things like that will add value to everyone, and simply the value goes back to you because you help them out have a great experience. So these are like the two main points. So there's the app and there's the software, right? So those are the two main points. These are the main requirements, but there are many more features that will be added very soon. But these are like the main features. It's all based on experience. So it will be all linked at the beginning to a contest that Live Meetings is having. It's owned by me, but it will be we're working on a contest, and this is basically a video to help you explain, help you get into the contest. So our main purpose for the contest is to get at least 10,000 to get the first group of digital nomads started within the Facebook group that we might be working on. So the steps are these. Basically, it's the name of the contest is Start Now. No, it's not this one. Give me a sec. I don't know why I opened, but give me just a few seconds. I'm not sure if you can hear the music. There's like a music. I don't know if you can hear it. No, this is not it. This is not it. So give me a second here. I need to mute this. There it is. It's muted. Yeah, so this is basically the contest. This is the contest, right? So this is directly aimed towards anyone who's traveling. Could Could be a backpacker, could be nomad already. You could be a digital nomad already. You could be a backpacker, traveler. You can do let's say that you have been through several places already, right? And you just want to continue traveling. So this is it right here. This is it right here. So there we go. This is it right here. So let's say that you want to, oh, this is a really good, this is a really good into design. Let's say that you're into um video editing. Let's say that you're into writing and you just want to start out and you want to know how to do this while you travel to fund your travels. So you're actually doing something that interests you, something that strikes a chord within you, and you're also moving around, you're also traveling, you're working and you're having fun. So this is like, let's say that you want to know how to start out. Probably have been traveling for the past few years. Probably you travel within the months that you have off from work. And probably you simply want to try out something new. Probably you're at school and you want to learn how to, or probably you're in college and you're in your major and you're like, I want to do something new. Well, this is for you. This is for you actually. Basically, the main price is just $1,000, but it's like the first thing that you would that would actually set you on your way to start being a digital nomad. If you haven't done freelancing yet, I would actually recommend freelancing as something to do because own hours, you actually are more, in my experience, I would say that if you enjoy freelancing and you enjoy creative work, it's much more effective to work on your own hours. It's much more effective to travel while you work because that way you can get like a certain insight, and that way you have more inspiration to continue your travels, to continue your work, right? So for me, freelancing is a really good experience. So this is like to give you some leeway to for you to learn, because once you start out, it's not overnight. You do have to learn your craft. You do, if you like, for instance, for me it was marketing. I did have to read so much. I had to, listen to so many podcasts, read so many books. I had to go on blogs. I had to practice. I had to like do what I was reading about, practice it, go out in the, in real life, in real world, in real life experience, and actually do and practice what I was reading. So all of that takes time. But if you want to like, if you want not a shortcut, but if you want to like a quick start, a quick jump start, this would be it. Um, we're looking for, I'm looking for at least 10 travelers who want to start out as digital nomads. And thing is, oh, someone is that's waiting at the door. They're probably gonna clean the room or something. Uh, so I am at a hostel right now. And this is why I like everything, because it's on the go and nothing is ever set. Like, but that's the thing about freelancing. You can do anything and you're on the go, and you don't have any set hours. So if you're on the creative set, if you're on the creative group, it's actually freelancing is very, very, very good for you because you set your own hours, but when you work, you're the most effective you've ever been. You're not in some people like 9 to 5 in regular offices. That's for them, and that's completely all right. But if you want to live this lifestyle, you got to jump into it. So this would serve like a 3-month leeway where you can learn about all the experiences you want to learn about. And well, I would speak to, once the 10 are selected, I would speak to them directly, and they would get direct access to me. Um, how to live this lifestyle. So once you start connecting, and once you start participating, you would be required to, at least get a video out there, get a video on your YouTube site, get some content like that, and start participating, start connecting with the hostels that you have been at, and talk about your experiences. Talk about, like, well, say for instance, um, I've been at certain places, I've been at certain countries. Well, these are the countries that I like the most, right? These are the countries that I like the most. These are the places that I enjoy being at. And that way you can recommend hostels to everyone else. That way you can recommend hostels to everyone else. And from your firsthand experience, you can possibly create a video on YouTube telling everyone else where to go. And that way, if the place is good, we definitely want to work with them, right? So that's what it's all about. Now, these are the steps. You might hear some voices in the background. It's just people here at the hostel. Let me show you really quick a video, because I think I've talked about it too much, and now they're out getting all excited and everything. So I'm thinking they're hearing me for some reason. Let me share with you the video so you can see the view. I'm in a place called Bocas. I don't know if you can see it there. I know what I'm holding the mic like it's gonna fall off or something. But look at this view. It's completely amazing. I'm like right by the sea, and I'm recording this video. Huh. It is amazing, really. It is amazing, really. So let's continue with the giveaway. So it's actually three main things that you have to do. 3 steps. You sign up, you receive the email, you read the email with instructions, and you connect with hostels. So basically, I am based in Panama. And this product has not been developed yet. Since it hasn't been developed yet, it's more like a crowdsource. But I've been doing research, and this is what I found that everyone needs in the industry. So this is just to get everything kick-started. I want to help everyone along the way. And those are the steps. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Send me an email. I will write back to every email that I received. And I will leave a comment. I will leave a comment in the comments section with my email, so you can write me an email. So good luck, and see you soon.